Alright guys, hi! Welcome to JazzedTutorials. So I was off for a week, but I am back now. I'm going to show you a cool text effect I just kind of created out of my own. It is based upon a tutorial that I found online, but I twisted it and made it my own, so that way I'm not copying somebody else's work. Alright, so here we go guys. So I've opened a canvas of large size. Any size is fine, depends on how you want to work with your image and your text. Immediately upon making a new canvas, I turned the color to gray, a gray hue of a light gray hue. Any hue is fine. And then I went ahead and added a new layer, and I made a huge big white dot using a soft round brush. I used around 442 px, but you can use whatever size suits your canvas. Don't make the dot too large because you don't want to overpower your background. Alright, once you've done that, you're going to then type your text, and you can use really any font you want that's like an Arial font, kind of. You could use Impact, you know, fonts like that. Don't use like a cursive font or a weird font because it won't look as cool, and you'll see why when I say that. So I'm just going to type in, and I'm going to use capitals because I think capitals work better, and make sure that your text is black. And that's going to showcase your effect really well. Alright, I'm going to use just jazz and place it wherever you want to place it. And then we're going to hide that for a bit, and you'll eventually, and so now we're going to add another layer below that. And in this one, we're going to add some cool grungy picture splash like brush effect to this. So if you have any splatter brushes are fine. There's no, I'll give you a link to a page with some of them that you can choose from. I don't really care which ones you use because it's really ultimately your photo. So use whatever you want. I'm going to use this one here because I think it looks pretty cool. Oops. And make sure that your brush is also white and not, black, not white. Sorry. So place it right in the dead center like that. And now we're going to actually warp this kind of sorta so that it looks really cool. So go ahead and scale this down to a small size, and I'll show you kind of what size you want it to be at. So you're going to merge it like this, and you can make it big or small, but you want to make it look as though it's kind of like on the ground, like that. And you're probably wondering, why don't you use perspective and make it look that way? Well, you can do that, but it won't give you the same effect as if you scaled it. That's why I'm doing it this way. So that's the effect you want. You want it to look kind of like that. It'll be perfectly exact, but close enough. Alright, so place that right over your dot, like kind of in the middle-ish right there. Alright, now we're going to make our text visible again. And, yeah, black on black. What of it? Okay, so we're going to do a Control-T now, and we're going to now skew this text because we're going to slant it just a bit. So slanting, oops, wrong layer. My bad. Yeah, alright. So, alright. Oh, we can still skew it? Yeah, we can still skew it. Alright. Alright, I'm going to do just that. Looks good to me. Now, for the next effect we're going to add to this, you're going to have to rasterize your layer. Now, you could use a smart filter if you would like, but I found that using a smart filter will not give you the same effect because it doesn't allow you to use the eraser tool. So, why some people go, oh, use the smart filter and then do your effects. No, it doesn't work that way. I don't know how the hell they get it to work that way, but I can't seem to get the smart filter and using the eraser brush to work for me at the same time. So, we're going to use the rasterize type tool. And for this, you're going to want to use a mask layer. And I've always said using mask layers is really helpful because if you make a mistake, you can always go ahead and delete the mask layer and start over from scratch. But if you use the layer and you make a mistake, it's a little hard to go back and fix it because you can only edit and undo so many times before you've gone too far back. So that's why using a mask layer helps you in so many ways. So I approve of mask layering so much. Alright, now we're going to add another cool little effect to this. We're going to add some brushes, well, eraser brushes, which is the same as brushes, obviously. It's just using the eraser tool. I downloaded some little grunge brushes, and I'll give you a link to a page with a bunch of And you can select whichever you want. I don't have any set brush to use. Just pick from the list and see what looks good to you. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and erase like most of like your text, but not really erase it. You're just going to add on top of it. So make sure you select random brushes, and you want the opacity to be 63, or 62 I should say. And then you want your flow to be 52%. And I'm doing this because you don't want to overpower your text and delete the whole thing. You want to just delete it, but not really delete it, if you catch my drift. So then go ahead and apply some brushes, like so. And just pick random ones and go ahead and keep doing it just until you get the effect you're looking for. And this could take a while. It's not like rocket science. Well, I guess it can be, but not really. And, you know, just keep going over and over until you've erased, like, enough where it looks cool to you. And you may need to resize your brush, by the way, in the event that your canvas isn't as big as the brush itself, which 9 times out of 10, the brush you're using isn't as big as your canvas, because a lot of brushes are, like, massively huge, so I always try and resize my brush to suit my needs, and you should do so as well. Alright, and then just kind of erase kind of sort of like this, but not really, and then like that, and okay, well, that's kind of basically where you want to be at, kind of like that. Mine's not perfect, but it's close enough to the effect we want. If I wanted to really make it perfect, I could, you know, go further in, but I want to save you the trouble from watching you do that and give you a synopsis of what it should look like. So you have that. Okay, we're close, we're there, we're awesome. Now, as you notice, this black blob here is kind of like in the way. It's supposed to blend in with your text, but for some reason in Photoshop, doing so doesn't really work so well because you have black on black, and when you blend black on black, it doesn't really blend really well. So if you would like to, you can do this. You can go ahead and go back to your little splattered area, and if you want to just go ahead and erase like some of the parts, you're welcome to. I'm going to do that just to see how that will look. And you might need to zoom in for that because you can't really do it from here. So we're going to zoom in just a bit. And I'm going to erase just some of the blob. Not like the whole thing, but just enough to give it that awesome like. And make sure your opacity and flow are back to 100% when doing so. Otherwise it won't look that cool. Oh well. Well, alright. Well, that's kind of sort of what we're looking for, I guess. So, yeah. Alright, well, that's kind of close-ish. It's within range. We're good. Alright, so we've got that. It looks pretty awesome, and if you think it looks awesome for you, then you're at the right step. If you think it looks kind of weird, then go back and do some more awesome effects to it and make it look more awesome. Okay, now this next part you can do one of two ways. I'm gonna cop out and do the easy way, but if you want to be a cool kid and do it the hard way, you're more than welcome to. I will explain that way for you right now. Alright, so you can either use a brush, which I'll provide for you in the description below because you're going to need that brush to do this, or if you're an advanced person and want to be awesome, you can go ahead and use the pen tool. Now, I don't like the pen tool that much because the pen tool is very hard to handle. And what you're basically going to be doing is creating lots of lines, a lot of lines. And you want the lines to go out here like way like this, like kind of like that, like squiggly and stuff. But using the pencil, making lots of squiggle lines is a little difficult because they all have to be different sizes and whatnot. So for me, I went ahead and Googled some cool line brushes, and I'm going to use those instead. But if you want to go ahead and make a bunch of lines using the pen tool and stroke it out and all that, go for it. I am all for that kind of creativity. But for me, I want to make this tutorial simple and easy for you, and the easiest way to do that is using the brush tool. Using a brush tool saves you time, and it still looks awesome in the end. But if you use the pen tool, you can really enhance it and make it look even more awesome. But I'm just not that well equipped with the pen tool quite yet. that's still something I have to work on. But I'm going to go ahead and use one of my line brushes I downloaded. And I'll give you the link for this page because you might want to use it. But if you want to use the pen tool, again, obviously, go right ahead. And you want to make sure when painting on a new layer that you use a grayish hue. Not too gray, but grayish black. So go ahead and select maybe like 4 or 5 per side of your, let's see, it has to be kind of light like this. Nope, that's not, it's too light. So we need to go a little bit darker. Yeah, maybe like that. Alright, yeah, there we go. Alright, so we have it like that. And so just go ahead and paint on like a bunch of them. I don't know why I just resumed and record. I don't know why I just paused. I had to pause that for a second, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah. So yeah, just go ahead and continue making lines. And you can obviously resize this brush as much as you need to. And just, select random ones and whatnot. And I'm not sure why this is all like fuzzy-wuzzy, but it's fuzzy-wuzzy. I don't know why. Maybe the brush side is fuzzy, but it could just be me. Whoa, it's too small. And I'm going to select another one. And now I'm just going to do a few. I'm not going to do a whole bunch, but you could do a lot more. Alright, and then go ahead and do the other side as well. The same way you just did that one. Just, different brushes, different strokes. Oops. Do-do-do. Alright, well I'm just going to stop right there because I don't want to go too far into it, but you get the idea. So just add as many as you'd like, and you're good to go. Alrighty then, so you're at that point in the tutorial. So we're pretty much basically done with the base effect. Now we're going to add the finishing touches to it. So go ahead and flatten your layer, all of them, just flatten it completely. And we're going to go up here to our filter. Oh, wait. First of all, you want to duplicate your background layer. Well, scrap that. Duplicate your background layer that you just merged into one. And you're going to go to filter, and you're going to go down here to texture, and you're going to use patchwork. And you want it to say 4 for the square size, and relieve is the 0. And then just click OK. And you're going to see this. Now, basically what we're going to do now is we are going to add a mask layer to this, because we're going to mask out almost the whole image. You're probably thinking, well, what the hell do we need to do patchwork for then? Well, you want to have it on half of the text, but not the whole text. And the easiest way to do that is just to erase almost the whole thing. So, yeah, here we go. Lots of erasing. Alright. That looks pretty cool to me. I like it like that. So now we're going to add more effects to this. We're going to go add a curves layer. Or actually, no, we're going to add select a color first. So go ahead and use the white. You're going to do 16 plus 15, 2, and then negative 22. And we're going to create a white. In this one, you're going to do negative 77 for the neutrals. And this one, we're going to do 20, 10, and negative 6. Stop texting me, people. Alright, and then we're going to go to the blacks now. We're going to do negative 40, 98, negative 31, and 20. Alrighty, you should be seeing that. And now, because we want to only have the text with the red on it and the cool little swirlies, you need to mask that out. So there's already a mask layer already on there, because usually when you add an adjustment layer, there's already a mask layer. So no need to add another one. Just keep the same one. And now grab a large brush, soft round brush, and erase everything but the text, so that you can see the red on the text, but not the background layer. Oops. Erased a bit more. Well, that's okay. We'll just leave the swirlies without the cool red. Yeah. Because you don't want to have the whole thing red. You just want like part of it red. So we're going to leave some of the swirls red, but not all of it. Just a little bit. Alright, that looks awesome, guys. Here we are. Almost done. One more step to go. And now we're just going to add a curves adjustment layer to give it more of an awesome flavor with color. So go ahead and play around with this until you get a similar color to what I'm showing you in a second. Red, and play with the reds and the greens and the regular RGB. Green. Alright, that looks pretty good to me, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I like that. Did you like that? So yeah, I played around with it a bit, and I got something like that, and look at that, guys. There's my text. There's my cool little text effect. So yeah, just play around with it, and you'll create something more awesome, kind of like that. I know it wasn't like, it could be better, but being it's a tutorial, just showing you the basics of how to do it. But in real life, if I was really doing this for a real like promotional thing, I would have really gone really in depth and add more of the little lines and more cool stuff. But just to show you guys how to do it, now I give you the tools to go a step further and even make it more awesome than I did. So yeah, go ahead, explore your creativity, get creative, get awesome, and make something happen. So thanks for watching, guys, and as always, subscribe, comment, like, and I will see you next week with an awesome tutorial. Oh, and one more thing, guys, another cool thing just happened. I am now partnered with Fullscreen.net. Not sure if you know what Fullscreen.net is, but it's a really cool site. A lot of cool famous YouTube celebrities are a part of it. I am now a part of this community of awesomeness, so thank you all so much for subscribing and commenting and liking all my videos. I am grateful for y'all. Y'all make me awesome, and I have the best career ever because of you guys, and I hope I can continue to make you guys awesome stuff and just be creative with you for life. I am grateful for this great opportunity. Thank you, Fullscreen.net. They are awesome. So if you want to, go ahead and check that website out. What the Buck is part of it. Spricket24. I think Shane Dawson's part of it too. A lot of cool people are part of this whole network, and I am just grateful to have become a partner with Fullscreen. So that's that, chestnut. I don't want to bore you to tears right now with a vlog of any sort, so go ahead and subscribe and like and comment, and I will see you next week, I promise, with the awesome tutorial. And again, thank you, Fullscreen.net. You're awesome, and thank you to all my lovely subscribers. I couldn't be here without you guys, and I love you all.